Yo, what up, though? The Minnesota Vikings are 5-0 after beating New York Jets today in London, man. And this right here was not a pretty game for the Minnesota Vikings offense, man. I'm gonna give y'all a few stats real quick, man. The offense line was horrible today. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. And it seemed like the Minnesota Vikings offense went away when Aaron Jones got hurt in the second quarter, man. Because after Jones went out, the offense really wasn't the same, man. Todd Chandler only had 30 yards on 14 carries, man. Aaron Jones got hurt in the second quarter with 7 carries with 29 rushing yards, man. And Sam Darnold was not good today at all. He was 14 for 31, 179 passing yards with one interception. He was sacked 4 times, and he was under pressure a lot more times, man. But the New York Jets, man, I'm gonna credit the New York Jets. The New York Jets have a nice defense, man. Everybody was telling me like Sam Darnold going back to his old way. No, the New York Jets is a good defense, and Sam Darnold ain't played horrible. He just ain't played like he played in the last 4 weeks, and you're gonna have games like that. But at the end of the day, Sam Darnold, he played good enough for the Minnesota Vikings to win this football game, man. And I gotta salute the Minnesota Vikings defense and Brian Flores, man. Brian Flores and that defense won this game for the Minnesota Vikings, man. For whatever reason, the Minnesota Vikings offense don't do nothing in the second half of football games, man. The Minnesota Vikings offense scored 6 points in the second half of this football game. At one point of a time, it was 17-0 versus the New York Jets, man. And the New York Jets ain't know what to do with Justin Jefferson, man. Justin Jefferson probably got about 8 penalties drawn his way, man. They kept on holding Justin Jefferson with no matter what corner they put on him. They put Gardner on him. He was getting flags. They put number 4 on him. He was getting flagged. Justin Jefferson, man, had a day today, man. He had 6 catches for 92 receiving yards. And Jordan Addison ain't have a good day. He only had 36 receiving yards, man. But it like Sam and the rest of the wide receivers wasn't on the same page, man. And the offensive line did not play good today, man. But I really would credit the New York Jets because the Jets have a nice defense, man. And Aaron Rodgers. Oh, let's get on Aaron Rodgers, y'all. Aaron Rodgers was 29 for 54. He threw a pick six in the first half, and he threw another interception in the first half. It was one point where Aaron Rodgers threw picks back to back when they got the ball in the first quarter, man. The Minnesota Vikings defense, they play good today, man. And the Minnesota Vikings ended the game with an interception when Aaron Rodgers and the Jets could have scored and took the lead and won the football game. But Stephon Gilmore came away with an interception. The Minnesota Vikings need this bye week, man, because KLC has to get this offense going, especially in the second half of football games, man. The Minnesota Vikings offense disappeared last week against the Green Bay Packers, and they did the same thing against the New York Jets, man. That's why I say this bye week is very important for the Minnesota Vikings, man. And hopefully Aaron Jones can be healthy. He will be back. I'm going to see what's going on with TJ Hawkins because I did see Hawkinson with Preston on Friday. But I'm going to see is he going to play against the Detroit Lions after the bye week. This is a bye week the Minnesota Vikings need, man. Because KOC has to do something to get his offense back on track. Sam Darnold wasn't horrible, but he wasn't great. But at the end of the day, y'all, the Minnesota Vikings are 5-0. Who would have thought the Minnesota Vikings would be 5-0 after the teams they beat, man? And the Minnesota Vikings beat some good teams, too. They beat Brock Purdy. He was a playoff quarterback, went to the Super Bowl. C.J. Stroud, another playoff quarterback. Then they just beat Aaron Rodgers. We all know by Aaron Rodgers. And they also beat Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love, another playoff quarterback, man. The Minnesota Vikings beat some nice opponents in the last 5 weeks, man. But after the bye week, that when shit get real for the Minnesota Vikings, man. That's where it get real for the Minnesota Vikings, man. The schedule not really that hard after the bye week though. It's just a point. It's the NFL, man, in any given Sunday. So the Minnesota Vikings need to really get healthy. And we need to fix that second half offense, man. The second half offense has been horrible for the Minnesota Vikings the past 2 weeks, man. For whatever reason it is, I don't know. And I know people say Aaron Jones got hurt, so the Minnesota Vikings offense disappeared. That shouldn't be the case. If Aaron Jones go out, I don't expect the Minnesota Vikings offense to disappear and go on the sideline with Aaron Jones. I don't expect that, man. So the Vikings are 5-0, man, and they have a bye week coming up, man. And the Vikings defense, they play nasty today. The Vikings defense is the main reason they won the football game, man. But y'all let me know in the comment section below, man. What do the Vikings need to work on in this bye week? Man, that second half offense and that damn offensive line,